I'm gonna move on to the Cowboys game. We saw the Cowboys
I'm Bobby.
dominate the Patriots. It's not something you usually see out of a Bill Belichick, led team, with the Patriots at least. This was the biggest loss in his career, his entire career as a head coach. He lost by the most amount of points, and in his career. And I wanted to bring up something last week talking about Bill Belichick and how this season has just not been a good season for the Pats. He's getting up there in age, right? What do the Pats do?
I think the next move is replace Mac Jones. I don't think Mac Jones is what they thought he was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think they. You're asking what do they do, coaching wise, or what do they do just in general?
Just in general. What do you want them to do? What do you see them doing?
Replacing Mac Jones. Bill Belichick is over his BS. Belichick took him out, and when they were asking him about it during the press conference, Bill Belichick's answer was, "I didn't see any point in keeping him in the game, so I took him out." Over and over and over. And if Bill Belichick doesn't see a need for you in that game, your butt's getting kicked out of New England real quick.
Mm-hmm. I almost feel like, and I'm not saying that Bill will never get fired. He's never gonna get fired. Even if his team goes 0-17 for 3 years in a row, he won't get fired.
No.
He's either going out on his own terms or he is having a heart attack on the field. Those are the only two ways.
He's going until he croaks on the sideline.
He is not playing for the coaching for the Patriots. But if the Patriots, I mean, they've good on the Pats for keeping Mac Jones and trying to progress him. But I thought, his rookie, him in Alabama wasn't very good. He dropped to the top 15. I didn't think he was a guy that was going to, build their franchise up. I think they're relying too much on the defense, and I feel like they're neglecting the offense almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see what their next move could be without firing everybody, almost. Which is crazy to say, but not Bill Belichick, of course. I'm not saying they should fire Bill Belichick. But I almost feel like for the Patriots, for their franchise to do anything, they just need to completely reset and have a couple tank years. And it's going to be tough with Bill Belichick at the helm.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is they need to replace Mac Jones. It's not going to be with Bailey Zappi. He's not a QB1.
Mm-hmm.
I think, bit of a hot take, I think they would have a better chance by bringing Cam Newton back and turning into a that type of offense that Cam Newton's used to. I don't think dropping him back and having him throw as much as I don't think the way they wanted him to play was really him. He's more of an improviser. But I think they do better by bringing Cam Newton back, honestly, and letting him be Cam. There's a reason why he won an MVP.
I don't know, man. It's 34, 5-year-old Cam. I don't know.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think that Bill Belichick can rehabilitate Justin Fields' career?
Ooh, I do. I absolutely do.
I think that he puts him in a much better situation than with the Bears.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, give the Bears a pick in return for Justin Fields.
I was thinking more so like a Kyler Murray, but I do like the Justin Fields idea.
Yeah, I like Justin Fields better in New England than Kyler Murray. I don't think Kyler Murray would be able to commit to the Patriot way.
Oh, you say he can't take a break from gaming? Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't see him buying into the Patriot way. Kyler Murray he's young. Well, I don't want to say it's because he's young, because Justin Fields is young too.
He's younger, yeah.
Yeah, he's younger. I don't know. Kyler Murray's personality, he just doesn't do it for me,
I might be misspeaking. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dwight. But yeah, I agree with that. I think Kyler Murray is going to do his own thing.
I don't disagree. I think that when you have a coach like Bill Belichick, though, I mean, you wanna try to follow that guy, because who has Kyler Murray's coaches been like? We're talking about Cliff Kingsbury, right? Who's more of like a energetic type dude, and we have Rich Gannon now, who doesn't seem more like a strict coach. I don't feel like he's had a strict coach. Is what I'm trying to say.
He hasn't had direction and structure.
Was he there with the Arians?
Bruce Arians? No.
An Arians coach?
No, because if he had Bruce Arians, he'd you get a square cut. You take that square cut out, you're getting that square. Bruce Arians is a lot like Bill Belichick when it comes to structure.
And I'm going to say this is not a Cardinal. I don't want to talk about the Cardinals too much here, but I actually want to say I think the Cardinals are another team that are starting to go in the right direction. It's not like a super. They're not running up the mountain or whatnot, but I feel like they are actually starting to slowly make an increase. They're fighting with guys like Joshua Dobbs, and I think that's something to look forward to for if you're a Cardinal fan.
I think the Cardinals are actually sneakily like decent team.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't think they're tanking. I don't think they're tanking this year. No signs show like they're actually progressively trying to lose games.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're out there fighting. I mean, they're going against some hard teams, and they beat the Cowboys, and they did all right against the Niners, but like their team isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
They have a young roster, and I don't think they're tanking.
Right. Well, that's why I said I don't want to talk too much about the Cardinals. I just want to say I think they're going in the right direction with the move that they've made, new GM, new head coach. So good on the Cardinals. That's all I wanted to say. But yeah, back to the Pats. I don't know. I agree. Mac Jones is definitely not the answer at quarterback. I don't think Cam Newton is the answer at quarterback either. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I don't think they're gonna have a high enough pick to draft one of the better quarterbacks. But like I said, this is a quarterback heavy draft, and I think the Pats are a team that probably could develop a quarterback better than some others. Mac Jones wasn't one that they could develop into something elite, but
Sanders to New England.
Who? Shador?
Shador to New England.
Shador to New England. I think they could probably get somebody. They could probably get somebody else. But I don't think Shador fits that system either. But yeah.
No, he doesn't. But it's fun to think about.
It is fun to think about, and I'm curious to see where Shador will go. But I think the Pats have issues this year. I feel like they're gonna be 8-9 or 8-9. They'll have an okay record because they are still the Pats at the end of the day. But that doesn't help them for the future.
Right.
And their division's only getting tougher.
Yeah, especially with Miami and Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. And then the other side of the ball, or other side of that game, the Cowboys looked good, and we talked about them having a bounce back game. It doesn't surprise me. It's a little surprising that it's against the Patriots. The Patriots defense, who has played pretty well this season. But I mean, like, it's the Cowboys. They're, like I said, they're gonna be in the playoffs. I mean, they'll probably lose in the first, second round, but they're gonna be there. They had a good game. Defense played fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. This is the defense put them into a winning position,
and it very well could be.
Yeah, their offense really didn't do like a whole lot. It was just the defensive scores that really put the score out there.
Yeah,
I think the Cowboys' offense is just kind of the same how it always is. I think their defense obviously played exceptionally well against the Patriots Patriots offense.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots defense obviously wasn't the fault that they got blown out.
I don't think that the Trevon Diggs injury is as big as it seems to be. I watched DaRon Bland go for 6, and he's I think, what was the stat? He had 2 picks in that game. He now leads the league in interceptions. From where he was drafted. So since he's been drafted, he's led the league in interceptions with 8. Which I feel like that stat changes every time. I feel like I see a new person own that stat, but still.
Yeah, it seems like he's stepping up and he's doing what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was, I think, J.C. Jackson who owned that stat. So yeah, it changes a lot.
It seems. Well, no. So the stat is from when they were drafted, right? So J.C. Jackson might have been drafted before him. So it still might be J.C. Jackson for that, is what I'm saying. Since DaRon Bland has been drafted, he leads the league in that time span. But yeah, they're not missing the interception production of Trevon Diggs, is what I'm saying. I think that defense isn't losing much. I think to Elmo's point a couple weeks ago, it's the offensive line. That's been their biggest injuries, but they're still 3-1. They lost to a Cardinals team, trap game or whatnot. Cardinals fought hard. They won that game. I think we just need to see.
They had everyone back except for Tyron Smith on the offensive line. They had everyone else back
Mm-hmm.
this past week.
Yeah,
And they won.
and they won.
Tyron Smith gets injured every year.
Mm-hmm.
He's got injured like every year. I want to say like the past 5 years is what it seems like. But yeah,
This Cowboys team, and you guys might find this kind of crazy. I think the Cowboys team has the tools to win a Super Bowl. I feel like they have the tools every year to win a Super Bowl. So I'm not.
Take it easy.
No, I know. That's why I say, you guys can, I can understand this. But they have the best defense in the league. I'm gonna say I think they have the best defense in the league. The
They
Niners
definitely have the
are
tools,
up there.
but can Dak Prescott take them to the Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
They have the tools. He has the tools around him to take him there, but can he himself rile this team up to actually make it far in the playoffs?
And here's the thing. With the Cowboys right now. Exactly. I think this defense is the best iteration of defenses they've had. And
I agree.
And I think that they need to be able to score in the end zone or the red zone. That's their biggest issue right now. They have only like 1 touchdown in the red zone or 0. They might have 0 touchdowns in the red zone. They're really struggling in the red zone, and it's because of Zeke, which is crazy enough to say. I'm saying a lot of crazy things right now. The reason that they can't score in the red zone is because of Zeke. They don't have that guy that can pound it in for 2 yards. Pause. But they just don't have that kind of guy that can get in the red zone.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So I think that they're a team that will make a trade. Obviously, they made a trade for Trey Lance. But I feel like they're a team that probably will make a trade. I don't know if it's going to be a meaningful trade. But they'll bring somebody in that'll help their offense out. And I just don't know who that piece is. And if it's going to make a big difference.
I think they do get tested this upcoming week going against the Niners offense.
Absolutely.
Really test to see how that defense plays. And obviously, I think kind of see how good the Cowboys actually are with a healthy team.
Well, here's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that the Cowboys want to be a pass-happy team. They want to be a pass-first team. They don't want to run. And what I'm hearing is that the reason that they're not being a pass-happy team is because they're going up by so much. Obviously, not against the Cardinals, but they're going up by so much, so they don't have to pass the football. Against the Niners, they're going to have to pass the football. And I think that's where we're going to see what this Cowboys team becomes. If they can pass on the Niners, and the Niners don't have a great secondary, but their secondary is not horrendous, and they have a great pass rush, the Niners do. I think this is gonna teach us a lot about the Cowboys. Offensively. Defensively, they'll be fine. Offensively, it's going to teach us a lot about the offense. Big, you want to talk about the Cowboys?
Nah, I don't have anything to say about that. I think that they beat the hell out of a bad Patriots team. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say about that.